Anything where I have felt emotionally weakened, when I strength train, because it's a negative energy, because I'm uplifting myself, the energy within me, and I'm just grounding all the negativity and just draining myself of energy, it puts me in a baseline emotional state. When I've been aggressive, I channel it. It puts me in aggressive. It puts me in a neutral state. When I'm depressed, I get more energy, and it puts me in a neutral state. Yeah, there are times where we just feel uplifted and just great, but honestly, the main thing I look for is just peace of mind, just feeling good every single day. Something to kind of use as an outlet. So when I've trained people who go through their own emotional traumas or relationship issues with people, there's always just like a bickering back and forth. There's personality issues. I always tell them the same thing: get that work at it, get that grinding. Okay, you can have like arguments from parents, brothers, siblings. They don't respect you. It gets to the point where they're just yelling in your face, temperamental, rude. Over time, as you just get irritated, and you can blame the finger at them, you can point at them like, listen, it's their fault. They pissed me off. What I realized when you went to the gym, and I just started pop, pumping that weight out, getting all the aggression out of my system. Sometimes some of my friends didn't even know they were joking. They're just being boys. But I was insecure about certain things, how my body looked, how my face looked, anything. So I was basically insecure about everything, basically. I went to the gym, I just got out of my system. I was just like, man, I've always wanted to be one of those people who can just kind of you can say anything. You can say anything to my face, and nothing would piss me off. That's a good position to be in, because I was just like, man, I just remember growing up, I was just like, I can't control what people say. Zero. They can, I'm going to put a fucking seal in their mouth. So if someone says something, I just don't want it to ruin my fucking day. So I remember once I just got that workout, and after just someone was talking shit, and I was thank you, fucking thank you. I learned something about myself. I learned I was emotionally weak about those insecurities, which you basically made light of, and I got out of my system, and I grew stronger from it. And I realized now I'm in control of my emotional state. I can ground my emotions. I can put myself back into baseline, and I did that more and more, to the point over time you realize it's only in your fucking head. And as you build strength on the other side of your weaknesses, things that you can change physically, for example, you realize it doesn't bother you anymore. So then eventually you have this process where you're always just grounding your emotions, coming back to baseline. You go through your day, you get triggered. So then you go through the same process every single day, go through the workouts. It grounds your emotions, makes you feel good, makes you feel confident. And then you get this reset every single fucking time. So you realize it's not, you have to be a fucking, go the rest of your life with some kind of emotional trauma. That's definitely one thing I've massively learned about working out and strength training. It's just like, oh man, I got irritated. Go to the gym, grab my emotions. Oh, I feel great. Okay, cool. Okay, wow. So I guess I'm emotional there. Let's work on that specific area. You notice it happens less and less the more and more you train. The more and more I train, you can say anything to my face, it doesn't even bother me. Now that's a good feeling to actually go through life, where you're like, okay, cool, nothing really offends me. I got into like a relationship issue, because we're all human beings, so we're gonna have like these back and forth things or arguments. Some people could dish out negative energy, right? Or it can fuck with our ego, just our relationships, right? Our egos are a bit fragile. A girl ruins our fucking day, crushes our heart, or vice versa. A guy ruins, especially girls. Guys can be assholes sometimes. And then you just get that workout in, and you're not emotional. You're not fucking always on your phone. Why is he not messaging me? Why is he not messaging me? Or there have been times where your boss says something so fucking stupid that pisses you off, or someone at work, and then you just don't want to send a bad email. You're always emotional. I've lost count how many bad decisions were made when I'm being emotional. And that's the thing about, like, for example, breakups. It's just like you always want to, like, I'll show them I'm so much better. It's an ego thing. What happens to us when someone breaks up with us, or when we get fired, for example, we feel like they let us go. They're better than us. They don't need us anymore. It's just a low feeling. It's just like it's a form of the opposite of validation. So then we just go into a state where we're growing, we're building ourselves up. That's why after breakups and some kind of like emotional trauma, it's actually a massive opportunity to level up and grow and build yourself up. Because you get so fucking tunnel vision with your workouts. I did. That I became super disciplined, and then I kind of realized during those workouts I felt so fucking good. It's like it's almost you're happy it fucking happened. And obviously they always say like success is the best form of revenge, or just like, you know, I'll show them. I've never liked that mentality. It's like I'll show them, I'll show you guys. You know, I'm fucking. Because it's like you're always putting like a negative thought into your head that's kind of driving you to grow. Anything that's going to motivate you is better than no motivation. But the best, from my experience, the best form of quote-unquote revenge is you grow to the point, you're successful to the point where you're not even thinking about the other person. Or even like you actually wish them the best. That's actually the best form of revenge, technically. It's like you I built myself up to a certain, when I got my heart broken from multiple girls, I built up myself up to a certain point where I wasn't even thinking about the females. I didn't even care. Eventually, I wish for them, you know, the best in our lives. Because everyone's got their own fucking thing. The fact that you want revenge and get them, it's just so much fucking negative energy. So eventually you'll get to a point where you're just so positive from your workouts. You just wish all the people the best, even the people who do harm towards you. It's hard to at first because you're just like, fuck, try to fuck with me. Don't get me wrong, there's some circumstances in life where like that guy literally tried to kill me. Okay, maybe. I mean, like there's, but I don't have any hate towards anyone that's done ill to me in the past. There are certain people I was just like, I can't trust you. I mean, the level of trust, like I'd be a fucking moron I don't forget stuff. So like, I'm past the emotions, and I know people are human beings and they do their own mistakes and they go through their own rabbit holes in life, but I don't have to trust you. And that's a very important position to be in, because like, think about just the struggles that people go through in life. It's always pleasure-seeking behaviors they can't get out of, the vices, the drugs, or whatever it is, and relationships. Once you figure those two things out, shit, it's so easy. Guaranteed, the reason why people are struggling with their workouts is drugs, alcohol gets in the way. They use it as a form of de-stress or some kind of pleasure, or even porn, whatever it is. When you just take all that shit away and you focus, okay, I'm doing that to mask some kind of subconscious pain. What do I need to focus on in my life to grow? And the easiest thing that we can do is build ourselves up. So when we clean our nutrition up and we just focus on working out, doesn't mean you can't have like ice cream and stuff like that, but I mean, you build yourself up and you just realize, okay, now I'm going to use this gym to build myself to a certain point where I can communicate with people who are, most people on this fucking planet are just emotionally unstable. Because like, if you're not working out, you're not exercising, you're not moving. To me, like if someone says, yeah, I don't have time to exercise, I don't have time to move. It's like, so to me, I studied kinesiology in university. It's a science of human movement. So you're telling me, it's like you don't have time to breathe. You don't have time to drink water. That's how like, it's a one-on-one kind of thing to fucking me. It's like, you don't want to fucking move all day? You've been sitting on a chair all fucking day? Wow, you must be an emotional fucking wreck. And it'll always come out in some kind of way where it's a self-image issue, self-esteem issue. They feel that they're gonna die. There's a lot more fear. The mind will go into a negative state. So, and then obviously there's gonna be more relationship issues, because I can guarantee you put a family in a room and the majority of them don't exercise, don't do anything that's physical, there's gonna be a fucking war of words, triggers, and people on a dinner table, just all over the fucking place. I'm human beings. I have family members too. Everyone's emotional to some degree. Right, so that's one thing I've realized as a superpower for me. My dad used to say, Sam, you're so diplomatic when it comes to like dealing with my mom, for example, because obviously, marriages, they bicker and stuff like that. Sam, you just know how to shut the fuck up. I'm like, yeah, I do know how to shut the fuck up, because I know when people are arguing, I don't want to get into their world. So the more I'm emotionally grounded, I don't have to feel like I have to react and say something. And if I react and say something, regardless if it's anything, I'm entering their world. Now I'm connected to their conversation, and you're fucked. Because now sometimes you're in a situation where it's just emotional. It's just like, man, I should have not fucking said that. I've lost count in terms of how many times I said things I shouldn't have. I'll call people a fucking bitch or stupid or whatever it is. It was like a passive aggressive insult. I'm like, man, you're so fucking dumb. Why can't you figure this shit out? I'll say stuff like that, and you realize, even though I can be technically right, it's just not the right fucking thing to say. And then it leads to a massive argument. and then you just feel a bit off and just triggered, and it just ruins your whole fucking day. And then I realized from my experience, if I don't deal with that emotional pain or whatever it is, and I go through my day, it's gonna take 2, 3, 4, 5 days to fucking just ground my emotion, come out of my system, or depending how fucking triggered it is, how sensitive the topic is, maybe 2 weeks, and then something else triggers you, and it's over and over and over again. And you start thinking that everyone's a fucking asshole around you, and you realize you're just fucking weak. Because I've realized when I fucking do those workouts, it's like, yeah, the guy's yelling at me, I fucked up, okay, cool, or vice versa, or they're just fucking insane. It's not a big deal. It's one of those things, like, if you can connect those things, you will never stop working out. Because like you have a form, or you have a process what's going to build you up your self-image, so you're confident about yourself. You have a process that's going to raise your energy and make you feel good about yourself. You have more, like, you get more battery to the fucking fuel to the flame. You're going through your day like, yeah, I want to do a lot of stuff, I don't want to sit home. You have a process, or process that you can actually, if you get into a fight or an argument, or you feel down, or you feel like you don't have self-belief, you can raise yourself up. And then you kind of realize all your pain in life can be solved through a workout to give you a reset. Like, I've gone through so many fucking emotional things with people, and every time I was not working out, I handled it incorrectly, and I had to deal with the negativity over the next few days. And there'd be a lot of circumstances where I got to, like, there's an emotional person, and because I worked it, I was calm, super calm, and just relaxed. Because strength training trains your nervous system, and when you calm your nerves, you're not anxious, you're not nervous, and you're neutral, and you're able to just take control of the situation by saying all the right things, but not reacting, but just staying super calm. And you can just think about how many circumstances you just wish you were just calm going through your whole fucking day.